So it looks like Wall Street finally got what it wanted, an end to the longest government shutdown ever, but then decided it didn't like the outcome after all. Hey everyone, it's Friday morning, November 14th, and welcome back to Capital Markets Quickie. I'm your host, Endrit Sella, here to break down yesterday's market action in just 2 minutes. Quick note before we dive in. Today's episode is brought to you by AMF Capital Asset Management Frankfurt. Learn more about our funds and strategies at amf-capital.de. All right, let's get started. Stocks tumbled on Thursday, led once again by weakness in tech. The Nasdaq sank about 2.3%. The Standard & Poor's 500 fell 1.6%, and the Dow dropped nearly 1.8%. That's roughly 797 points, wiping out its recent record highs. The mood flipped right after President Trump signed a bill officially ending the 43-day shutdown. Now, that sounds like good news, right? But investors immediately started worrying that all the missing economic data might mess with the Federal Reserve's decision-making, especially with that December rate cut that everyone had been counting on. White House officials admitted that many reports delayed by the shutdown may never be released at all, including some key inflation and jobs data from October. Without those numbers, experts say the Fed will have a harder time gauging where the economy really stands. To make things more confusing, some Fed members were sounding pretty hawkish this week, which sent rate cut odds tumbling from around 95% a month ago to basically a coin flip. Now that shift hit risk assets hard, especially the high flyers. Nvidia dropped more than 3.5%, Tesla plunged over 6%, and both led losses among the so-called Magnificent Seven. Meanwhile, Disney fell over 7.5% after missing earnings expectations earlier in the day. So yeah, after a brief moment of relief over the shutdown ending, markets went straight back to worrying about interest rates and just how uncertain the next Fed move might be. All right, that wraps up today's Capital Markets Quickie. Join me again tomorrow morning for more market updates. See you then.